Hello everybody, welcome to the second game in week 5 of Eire BB, Division 1. So this match is why I started doing these matches as replays, because I did it live basically on the spur of the moment, and you know, people might take a long time to play a live game. So doing these as replays is a lot better. So we have Danton with his pretty nice Necromantic team. Not super amazing wolves, you know, just normal wolves, right? But normal wolves are still great. Blodge and Bloodstep, you know, Blodge and Bloodstep wolves are still amazing players, even if they're not as sexy as, like, you know, strength ups and doubles. Good white, but niggled, you know, so that's a big disadvantage. But obviously it's a great player while it's around. Guard and tackle, guard blocks, you know, pretty min maxy. Decent block shoe answers. Pretty min max basically. It's decent, you know, TV efficient. And then similar is Tapiocaking's orcs. You know, he's just got a load of block, guard, mighty blow orcs. So he's got a very TV efficient team as well. He's gone in here and has left this a little bit exposed, hasn't he? A little bit exposed. And when I say that, I mean a lot exposed. This guy's doing nothing here. I don't know if he could have got up further. If this blitzer could have got up here, that would have been approximately 1,000,000 times better. That removal's pretty massive, actually, isn't it? Huge removal. Huge, as some might say. I would have definitely put in the fleshy here, I think, and blitzed with the tackle pommer. But he had a plan with that, which was to now swarm through this gaping hole. So it would have stopped having one player. So, you know, maybe this is better. Maybe this is better. It gives you an extra player. Gives you an extra tackler around the ball for Scrapper. Also, going for this pickup here, I like just running back at this point, right? I like running back here. I like running back and doing a GFI, and then just having it completely safe. Tapiocaking does have a wizard, and that maybe would have pulled out the fireball if you run back into a cage here. But I really like running back into a cage. Though it would have taken a GFI, but that's what I would have done. I would have GFI'd back and had a cage. I wouldn't have liked it, and I might have changed my mind halfway through, you know, after I failed to pick up, but because he's got to do a GFI anyway to play this, and I wouldn't here I'd have whizzed. If I'm Tapiocaking here, I 100% whiz either these three with a fireball or lightning bolt this guy, because this is an absolute disaster, right? At this point, it's an absolute disaster. Your Black Orcs are tagged out up here. You can get 2 blitzers over. You can free 2 blitzers over, and you've got this lino, but you're in just such a lot of trouble instantly that I would have. And like lacking tackle, his tackler was missed next. He's got 3 guard mighty blow blitzers, but not his tackle. So I would have definitely, you know, the fireball's fine, right? It's good positioning in that you can't fireball all 4. But I would have definitely fireballed. And like this guy being upright, if this guy's down, then this fireball looks amazing, because then it frees up the tackle to come in. So you don't want to fireball these 2, but you could have fireballed these 3 or bolted him. I think that was the play, in my opinion. Oh, hello Yudler guy. Yeah, that is amazing. That is amazing, and will be an amazing match. But unfortunately, what I have done this week is not stream any of the Eire BB. Well, apart from this live one, what I'm going to do in future is I'll do, like, you know, a couple of them as replays, and then another couple, and another couple, and I don't know if that wolf could have reached because he started off over here or something. If he could have done that, would have been better, yeah. If he could have reached that far, it would have been better. I would have personally hit with a Black Orc to free this blitzer rather than hit with a blitzer to free the Black Orc, but doesn't matter too much. And like this is all right. Like, this is the thing, right? This looked kind of all. That was a very dodgy. That was a very dodgy block. But the problem is, right? If he doesn't make it, he just gets knocked down instantly anyway, right? So he's kind of got to hope for the 1 in 3. Like, obviously blocking a block stand firm player seems terrible. You're just trying to roll a 5+. But like, if you don't make that block, he just brings the assist in, powers him, follows, powers him, and then the Wolf gets it, and you've scored on. So I thought this was a really desperate situation for the Orcs, and I would have definitely used my wizard quickly. But because you've got to like nip it in the bud right before the situation becomes uncontrollable. And obviously we saw it in the last one as well with the Undead versus the Skaven. Like, I think using your blitz straight away there, using your wizard there straight away. So after saying that this 2D just takes him out instantly, it didn't. It was a 1 in 81, and he doesn't deal with the Black Orc. But chances are he was going to deal with him instantly. It was very likely to deal with him instantly. I hated the standing here. It's obviously a bit of a mistake there. This zombie being here should have not followed, so that he could have pushed the Lino to that square, and if the Lino's in that square, then he gets a 3+ dodge out with the Wolf. If this isn't a POW. Like, well, he can't even hit it, right? He can't even hit it. I would have just dodged out. I would have pushed him there and dodged out. But as it was, he just has to stand there and punch in. But I mean, it works out really well getting the stun. It's like the Orcs are. Ooh, yeah, I didn't like this one. Again, I would pull him back, right? Pull him back, get people in front of the ball. You're on defense now. You were on offense at the start, but now you're on defense. Get that Orc Blitzer over as far as you can and back. Try and react to this big threat of these two wolves here. All of the Edge 3 actually is highly concentrated around the ball, isn't it? For the Undead. Goes for the dodge. And is alright. I wonder if there's a player here to serve. No, this guy stops it all, doesn't he? This guy stops any potential serves. Got a bit of a frenzy trap in it, 2 into 1. Gets the stun. Well, right, not following there to keep him tagged. Fails the pickup. Unbelievable, Jeff. So now, like, the Orcs are getting there, aren't they? They're getting there. They've slowly but surely. This guy's a bit closer and can move this turn. This guy might be able to get in if the Black Orc knocks over the Fleshy. But I just hated him being up here, like sticking himself on the stand firm guy. Really hated that. The game isn't boring. The game is not boring at all. Yeah, no, it's a lot better on the replay. Believe me. If you watch this in real life. If you watch this in real time, it got boring. But on the replay, it's super interesting. Coming in with a 1D. See, so my blitz would have been back here, right, somewhere, and then would have been able to come around here, which seems like a million times better than coming in there. But that does stop. It does stop Scrapper getting surfed, having the 2 guards there. So he does a good job protecting Scrapper, and now he's in a good spot for next turn if he survives this. And he pows. Doesn't even. Oh, so the reason he doesn't choose the dodge for the surf is he doesn't want to scatter the ball, which is quite reasonable. Well, not even quite reasonable, obviously completely reasonable. Could have maybe punched with the white first and then gone for the surfer, but then he gets counter surf, doesn't he? No, he's got sidestep. So that might have been the play there, was to punch the Orc to there, the Blitzer to there, and then just surf him. That seems a very good play. Even if it is a 2-0-1. And now, finally, on turn 5, the Orc team has got around the ball. And what an unbelievable scatter. It's there. It's the perfect chance. What a time to be alive. So all he's got to do is get a push on this blitz, and then he can potato away. And he gets the push and takes the ball down versus the wrestle. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. What a tragic misread of the wrestle, yeah. So there you go, push to there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, GFI. Could have run it all the way away. Might have still got caught by the Wolves. But could have been great then. Always watch from offense, so it's the Orcs. I guess, yeah, you can't really tell even then, but you can see them. The Orcs were on offense, and they left an easily makeable gaping hole basically on their offense, which Danton saw and took advantage of. Put Tapiocaking on the back foot from turn 1, and like now finally the Orcs have kind of recovered. Right, it's taken them 5 turns, but they're down 2 players, and they're still not in control of the situation, but they're getting there. And yeah, did use that reroll to set up the surf here, which it's all right. I don't hate surfing there. This guy could swing around. No. I wouldn't have hated swinging around at all. Like, this is fine too. Yeah. Yes, it looks like they're going to recover into 0-0 with a wizard. Whereas I would have just spunked the wizard instantly. And, you know, still had a, you know, try to come out at 0-0 or get 1-0 up, you know, like. Yeah, if you're not using the wizard, this is not the best outcome, but it's, see. So if this guy had come around there, then that kind of shuts down that play a little bit. Which you've got to be a bit concerned about them getting out this way, right? Like, bringing more stuff here, okay, it stops them like, you know, dealing with him and getting out and come down the sideline. But if they come down the sideline, you've got stuff there, whereas you haven't got stuff here at all, and Wolves are very fast. So I think it was worth thinking about the switch a little bit and bringing one of the blitzers over there to cover. Oh, it's a bit rowdy. It's in the stand firm. Oh. Oh, it's a bit rowdy. Takim still not using the wizard. Obviously, we're 100%, you know, trying to get 0-0 without the wizard at this point. But it's not looking spectacular odds, is it? Because off he goes. There's no choice there, was there? I like this as well. I like going for the tag first, because you don't just want to dodge with a white and leave him free as well, right? So GFI first, so you've got cover in case you fail a dodge. And that's what I'd do. Again, I don't know if that's correct or if just going for the dodge first is correct, but I like doing the GFI first to cover for the dodge. Until we get Blood Bowl Stockfish, we'll never know. We'll never know what the correct players are. Yeah, now it seems the likelihood of going into the half at nil is very low. Yeah, yep. He manages to find a way to score. Good play for Danton. Manages to figure out that complex board position and to there you go. So this is it's not the end of the world, obviously, for the Orc, right? They've got the Wizard. They can use the Wizard to turn over and get out at 1-1. Don't say it's over. But they've lost Scrapper. And another place, they're down to 10 men. And the problem is, when Necro get up, they're really good. Like, so much better when they're ahead. Because now their wolves just get a tee off and use claw every single turn, right? It's brutal. It's brutal what a difference like getting up on men makes with Necro. I think probably Necro, like, the biggest difference between being behind and being front runners. Because if they're behind, all of a sudden they can't use their wolves at all, right? The wolves are just like, we'll frenzy trap ourselves in any block. We'll have to blitz with a white instead. But once they're ahead, they're just like, yeah, let's go. And now they're getting 4 chances to knock over all your players, and all your players are armor 7, and they just tee off on you and like foul as well. Brutal when they're ahead. Yeah, this is pretty passive here from Danton. But I guess that's okay, right? Protects your wolves, protects your whites. Wizard, so he's picking up with a rookie. So he's thinking about the wizard. He's got his bolt bait, and he's trying to play it super safe. I quite like that. It's a little bit dodgy because like these orcs aren't terrible, right? There's a lot of guard and a lot of mighty blow. So if the guard, like if the orc team was a bit more toothless, I think this would be kind of a better strat than what it is. And like obviously nothing's without risk, but there's just like the risk element is a little bit more versus. Here's the thing. There we go. There's an instant Kaz. So we're down to 10 aside instantly. Maybe just jamming two Black Orcs here, eh? I wouldn't hate jamming in the 2 Black Orcs there. Just try and shut down this as much as possible. They are like guard light, aren't they? The Necro. So reroll gone on Le Double Skulls. Gets to push in there and run all the way around for the fleshy hit now. Yeah. I mean that's the thing. I mean, I would think about doing that. It's just hard to say, isn't it? Like that's the thing. We just don't know. We'll never know what good play in Blood Bowl looks like. We'll certainly never know what optimal play looks like. So you know, all it is just well, probably a big meanie. So it's all just, you know, what would I do? What wouldn't I do? Is really, you know, apart from things like 3 dice with. Apart from stuff like 3 dice, you know, on the LOS when there's no reason not to, and you know, some turn ordering things are going to be widely recognised as better than others, and you know, screening rather than not screening your ball carrier. You know, things like that. Don't leave gaping holes in your 1-turn defense. Things like that, you know. or but for the most part, there's an awful lot of opinions and basically no knowing. Ooh. I wonder how bad this turn was from Danton. Because I'll tell you what I would have liked to have done. I would have liked to have assisted the block up here somehow. And punched there, and then punched there, and then have a route to hit this guy from here, right? Because if you can, pile in everything, ball carrier that works. And if you can blitz this guy, then you can surf him, right? I would have really wanted to blitz this guy. Because he's moved this guy in this square, so you could have blitzed in from here with this pommer, could have blitzed in from here, and then if he gets the power, fine, you get the pommer, but if he gets the push, surf him, very nice. So that would have been, like, it's not easy, obviously there's a lot of guard around there, so I don't know even if it was possible. There's 3 guards there, so maybe this is just better, right? It's safer, and it may well be better. I'll pile on there, just pile on! Tapiocaking just has a wizard. I mean, you don't have to pile on, obviously. Piling on there could cost you the game. That's when you shouldn't pile on, when not piling on can cost you the game. If piling on doesn't cost you the game, you should pile on. Basically, if piling on can't cost you the game, then I think you pile on, pretty much. But there are obviously times where piling on can cost you the game. And that could have been one of them, with a wizard and, you know, 2 blitzers there. Wouldn't have been great. Wouldn't have been great to pile on for no effect. Yeah. It's greatly inflated, overestimated, I think, by good players. You know, how little you should pile on. I think you should pile up a lot. That's my opinion. We could have a surf here, couldn't we? Do we go now? Now, surely you have to go for the surf here, do you? Or can you? The bigger question is, can you? Right? That's the big question here. Is can you? Because what you want to do is get a guard. You don't have a guard. That's the problem, right? If you had a guard here, then you can block him, and then the wolf can blitz him to here. I don't know why. Oh, you can just punch him. No, you just punch him. Yeah. Oh god, right. I'm being stupid. So he can block him. Can he? No, he's got guard. You can 1D him. So it's all a bit tricky, isn't it? It's all a bit tricky. The lack of guard is what kills Necro, really. That's why I don't really like him that much, I think. But, you know, if you do something here, you could punch him to there, right? And then the wolf could come in, push him twice, and then surf him. I mean, that's really good, isn't it? Oh, you can put an assist in there. Then he's got a defensive one. So you're looking at a 1D, whichever way you cut it, which really sucks, doesn't it? But I guess it's better to play safe. Like, there's no reason not to play safe, is it? He has got the advantage on teams, I would say. I would say Danton's got the advantage on teams, and he's 1-0 up. Being 1-0 up is really good, isn't it? Being 1-0 up is really good, so that makes you want to just play sensibly and not fuck anything up. Oh, sorry, I'll just pause for a second. Yeah, they're interesting, aren't they? The problem is it just takes so long to get guard on the wraiths, and the fact that you can't use them to, like, oh wow, what a huge card. The fact that you can't use the wraiths to ball handle, it's super limiting, isn't it? Super limiting. Like, it's such a big deal, the threat of a handoff, and then to take that away, like, it's so crazy, like, having no hands. It's really hard to exaggerate how bad having no hands is. Ask Elliot. Ask Elliot if you... Oh, here we go. Fireball comes in. What I hated here was, so there was 2 players, and didn't fireball the ball. So I feel like fireballing the back is better, right? Fireball these 3. Oh, fucking thing in the way here. Fireball these 3, right? Because then you can hit. Now you've got 2 chances. Like this one, knocking over him didn't matter. Knocking over him did. Knocking over him doesn't really matter. So I think your fireball has to hit these 3 or these 3. Either one of those options, and probably these 3. Obviously, I think these 3 is probably the best. Like obviously, it kind of sucks having the fleshy there, but your goal is to knock over this fleshy and come in this side, right? And it's a bit longer to go this way. Obviously 2 players stranded out here, so it's pretty good play from Danton to like distance himself to make the wizard worse, and obviously elongated cage as well. So you know, maybe don't wizard at all, but if you do wizard, I think these 3, or these 3 to just try and make, well, probably these 3, yeah, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then you've got 2 chances to get the ball. Only having to get both of these players down to get a hit on the ball, I think makes it a bad wizard. There you go. Could have just been a misclick, of course. It was great when Dimmy fireballed a cage once and just missed. It was just an X cage, and he fireballed next to it. That was one of the highlights of Blood Bowl 2. Oh no! Doesn't get him freed up. Honestly, fleshies are so annoying. yeah. Yeah, Tren zapped the wrong player, yeah. Lightning bolt. Might have even been a ball carrier, I can't even remember, but you definitely lightning bolted the wrong player. J5 lightning bolted his own player, but it was on purpose out of frustration, which is not really the same, is it? As like, whoa, let's use this wizard. I'm gonna have a really good turn here, and then, whoops. So this is pretty good, isn't it, for Danton here? Another stud, brutal. I think he had a GFI here as well, because that, you know, that 3+ to 1D or 3+ to assist, and I think you have to hit the ball here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can't go that way. So what you can do is 3+, and then 3, 4, 5. If you can't do that, so you've got a 4+, 3+, 4+, 3+, 2+, 2+. Well, you've got to run around here and you've got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 now. That's pretty shit, isn't it? So what do you do? Blitz this guy and get this guy back? He's just fucked, aren't you? I think it's over. Say it's over. Yeah, there's nothing. You can try and 1D the ball, but really, that's not even. That doesn't even do anything anyway. Failing that, this guy blitzes him and you get the blitzer back in front. And this is a great blitz. Tags the wolf. Tags the. It tags the zombie if you don't remove him, and it tags the wolf and it tags the fleshy. Or you could GFI afterwards and tag both of these, but whichever way, I think you need to use that blitz to get this blitzer back to heal. With another blitzer here, it's not as bad, is it? Well, I see you on. Like, when the offense is, like, trying to move, you don't want players behind the ball. Because, like, all these 3 players that are on the wrong side of the ball even though they're getting punched, because obviously Danton's got more players. But you know, like if you disregard the fact that he's got more players and there's nothing else these players can do, really. These 3 players are basically irrelevant, right? Danton's just thinking about getting forward and scoring now. So the only thing that matters are the people that are in between the ball and the end zone. And if you're not in between the ball and the end zone, you know, this guy's doing nothing. And I realise, you know, if it's a scave and gut runner, it could come back something in the next turn, but it's still, for this turn, it's really bad. And that's why space cadetting works sometimes, right? You go for the ball sack, and all of a sudden, your player's on the wrong side of the ball, and things are pretty terrible. And this is an easy 4+ hit the ball, isn't it? Easy 4+ 2D the ball, or maybe 4+ 3+ hit the ball, but like this is actually pretty strong position, and yeah, I hated that one, dude. Like you can actually recover here. You can actually recover with a 4+ 2D on the ball. You know, then maybe you can maybe this guy can come back, tag the fleshy, and try and 3+ and pick up something or whatever. But there were routes into it, but you have to hit the ball that turn, because if you don't hit the ball, he just clears and scores. Almost certainly. Like that's the way I look at it, you know. Rick looks at it like, well, the opponent might fail a dodge, but I tend to not look at it like that. I tend to look at it like my opponent will not fail this dodge. You know, it's 8 out of 9 times he gets away, right? Like that's really high odds. And the chance of you making a dodge is 75%. So like, you're much more likely to succeed your Black Oak dodge than he is to fail his ghoul dodge, right? So this was interesting. Danton went with the wolf dodge before the ghoul dodge, which doesn't make a whole lot of difference, right? It's interesting. There's some kind of failure state argument, but I'm not sure which side it falls on. But ultimately, it's adding a 1 in 9 failure state, and I just think that's worse. I think you just go for the instant dodge with a ghoul. You know, because okay, if you fail the first dice roll, you've still got it, but you're getting hit and you maybe he's losing. So I think just go straight for the ghoul dodge was better. And he does fail. He does 1 in 9 the dodge. Outrageous. There's 2 turns left. This Black Oak can score. No, he can't. This Blitzer can though. This Blitzer can actually score. Oh, the stand firm's annoying, isn't it? Otherwise he could have diagonally. I'm sure this guy can score, right? Big Ched is dead. Tragic thing. Regen. 1, 2, 3. What's in range? So you've just got to get it to him first, haven't you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then pass it. So should have stood him at first. No reason not to. Does the pass. Gets the catch. Let's go. Oh. Tragedy. He would have been in range though with 4 GFIs. Probably should have gone like close to the sideline. Like at least 1 close to the sideline. Just to try and make it a bit harder for like not hit him with anything. Maybe even just fully on the sideline. And then okay, the werewolf might be able to surf you, but at least it'd be a 1B. But yeah. 4 GFIs away nearly. It was a valiant effort, it was pretty funny. And then the wolf just fucking long bombs it to the other wolf. And it goes from a very possible 1-1 into a 2-0. Glorious. Absolutely standard Blood Bowl. There you go. So yeah, I mean a bit of a dicing, right? Like It was only a bit of a dicing though, not much damage on either side. And again, there was the big. I turned them off, Steve. Can't have nice things because of Eltmean. I might, you know, bleep them. I might bleep them. But as it is, you're not allowed swearing in the first minute, so you know people can just ruin it, can't they? So. Right. Yeah, the gaping hole was a big mistake from Tapiocaking. I think the gaping hole that, you know, obviously Danton saw and exploited was the that was the biggest thing in the match. Everything else was kind of fine. More than one way to skin a cat. Yeah, Pugler and Eltmean, they're the bad guys. They're the bad guys. Yeah, I know you didn't know, Pugler. Eltmean knows though. Elb is a rotten influence. I mean, I could just ban Eltmean. That is also an option. Should we have a poll on whether to ban Eltmean or ban sound effects? I think I know who'd win that. The worst thing is, Elp, your one viewer would still vote against you with suck it, Elp. Anyway, I don't mean it nastily, by the way. The Elp one viewer thing is just a bit of fun, isn't it? It's just the reality of streaming games, isn't it? Unless you're very lucky and like get a good start, it's a lot of low count streams, isn't it? A lot of them never take off. Just is the sad reality of streaming, but there you go. Right. 48 to 49, interesting blocks. Some dice rolls. I don't think the dice rolls are particularly interesting this game. And there you go. It was just the biggest thing was the gaping hole, and then the ridiculous pass at the end. So there you go. Congratulations to Danton. Commiserations to Tapiocaking. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and stay fantastic.